Manish Barriar.
movement over
All right,
there,
let's take a counter from Manish Barriar. Manish Barriar, is the opposition not right when they are seeking more details and seeking an investigation? Even the opposition wants to know who's benefiting. So allegations are being leveled, but we have no idea about who benefited from that money.
So good evening to you and good evening to all the viewers. See, this is not something new. I think we have seen political interference even in US, and those cases are there. In India, during election time and otherwise also, time and again we have seen that there's always a deep state, that starts working against the Indian interest. And it is not really hidden from anyone that people like George Soros, he's on record saying that we want to change the governments. So, and we've also seen, we can allege that a number of people from Congress party, they have top leadership, they have met George Soros and people who are close to George Soros.
Okay.
So this entire, I think, controversy has to be looked at in that context, in the larger context. It's not about only USAID funding.
Okay.
Right. There are other issues also involved. So it's not the one and only
So are
case.
you also talking about the Gandhi Soros link that the BJP spoke about? Are you saying it's about that and not just the USAID funding?
Absolutely. It's like, I would say the USAID might be doing 10 good things, but at the same time, they've also done things which are quite questionable.
Okay.
So a lot of people are talking about USAID does this, that. It's fine, right? But then there are things which needs to be investigated, and it's quite questionable.
Okay, let me bring in Rohan Mitra in that case. Rohan Mitra, the focus shifts back to the Gandhi family Soros link. In fact, this issue was also raised in the parliament when questions were raised about Sonia Gandhi being the co-chairperson of an organization that is affiliated to George Soros and that talks about looking at Kashmir as a free entity, a separate entity.
Swati, this allegation, these kind of controversies have been going on for the last 11 years. The BJP has been in power. So what has the BJP done about it? Is the Congress in power today? Is the Congress controlling the home, the ED, the CBI? They are picking up people every day. What have they done? This is an allegation before the elections, after the elections. This is a narrative.
Rohan, these are not allegations just leveled by the BJP. A president of a powerful country goes on record to say that why was money of the American taxpayers being used for voter turnout in India? Who cares?
That's my point. So the question is, when Mr. Trump is saying this thing, is it the onus is on the opposition that we have to prove ourselves innocent? Where is the guilt? What is the guilt that we are being questioned upon?
Okay.
There's a comment by Mr. Trump where he says what he says. What is the Indian opposition got to do with this? What is the Congress party got to do with this? When the USAID funding was the government fund which the Indian government has taken money from.
Okay.
It is on record.
Okay, Indian government has taken money. Indian government has taken money. Shazi Armi, what does the opposition has to do anything with the US fund?
So now there are So now there are 2-3 things here. Please listen to me and let's not feign ignorance, because we needn't, because all the facts are out in the open. Thankfully to to not just Trump's video, but an official tweet giving all the details of how USAID has been working on democracies and calling it euphemistically strengthening of democracy, while we all know it's another name for interference. Now, do you know, and I want all the viewers to know, that Sonia Gandhi has been the co-president of Forum of Democratic Leaders in Asia Pacific, FDL-AP. Now, this is linked to George Soros Foundation. FDL-AP Foundation has stated clearly that Kashmir is a separate entity. Sonia Gandhi has neither denied or has spoken on the subject, but nobody has gone to the extent of denying it because her name has been on the website.
Right.
Not just that, then partnership with George Soros Foundation, which also has a partnership with Rajiv Gandhi Foundation and many other foreign-funded Indian organizations.
Mr. Bhattacharya,
whether it's Salil Shetty's presence in Bharat Jodo Yatra, the Kashmir. So this is
not done. Not done.
Coming back to that. So one is the USAID gives to Indian departments, ministries. And one it gives to NGOs. So I want to give you figures for that also, and that will shock you. And you'll know why. You'll know why
let us finish. 1 second.
has been given to the government and who has been the mysterious benefactors. So under UPA, the Indian government, that is Rohan ji's party,
Yes.
Sonia Gandhi's party, received 2004 $2.28 million,
Okay.
US dollars, while NGOs got 2,114.
Okay. You know, quick
Strangely, I don't know
counters
what
coming in.
happened, but
Quick
I think it
counters
has
coming in.
something to do with
Shazia Almi is saying, Shubhankar Bhattacharya, when the NDA came to power, that fund to the government went down, but to the NGOs continued. It in fact increased, and those NGOs in fact were used as propaganda tools against the Modi government.
Swati, the things are very simple. I'm just asking that why is it so difficult for you to come up with our entire evidence in front of the public, number one. And please clarify how much fund has the PM fund has received, how much amount has each and every party has received till date, be it Congress. Issue a white paper on that and clarify it over there that this is the kind of transaction that has occurred. We have been claiming it and see, we have proved it as well.
NGOs.
See, there have been two parties which have been continuously controlling the reins of India. They are having the entire hand. So let the public know that how come these two big egos are playing
Okay,
with
Manish Barriar, going back to the point that the opposition does have a point. The opposition does have a point when they are demanding a fair investigation, and the opposition says, put out details in public domain of who benefited. If you're so sure that money was used to interfere and meddle in Indian elections, put out the details in public domain.
See, I will tell you, even in the past, obviously those things will be investigated, and I'm sure it is going to be put on public domain. But is it hidden from anywhere, anyone? There have been many instances of India's developmental work has been stalled by these so-called NGOs, and they have received funding from Soros as well as from USAID and many of these foreign agencies. We have examples of Sterlite Industries. We have examples of many of the nuclear power plants and many of those dams. They have been, all these, a lot of, in fact, agitations have been funded whenever India is on a development path. So it's not new. And I think it was time that this kind of, and with US president saying, there's a lot of credibility on that.
Okay, a lot of credibility
He's not going
once
to make
again.
a statement
Once
on
again,
that.
this is not an allegation just being leveled by the Bharatiya Janata Party.